Well, look at that. Our recent Lena video where I asked you guys for a lot of likes, it got over 4,000.
And because of that, we're here today with a Phoenix gameplay from SAKSA on the OG lineup. One of the best support players in the world and one of the most popular support heroes of this current meta. Did recently get nerfed, however, this game that we'll be watching is after the nerf, so it is completely viable and will be viable for a long time, as I think Phoenix is in a pretty good spot. Very powerful hero though, if you understand how to play it correctly. So I'm going to be breaking it down in a live replay analysis that I'll be doing here for you guys today. And yeah, let's get into it. And of course, like and subscribe if you actually like me as a person. But if you don't, and you don't like the thumbnails and titles that we have, then you should also like the video. And I will stop doing it, I promise. So recently I played a live Pugna game too that I actually recorded over, and I talk a lot about how to dominate the support role, just in general how to make plays alone. So this can apply to the carry role, the offlane role, mid lane, and it's a really cool match that I recorded and I'm posting very soon on the main gameleap website. If you click the link down below, you're going to be able to view that entire video. It's super cool. On top of that, I also want to mention that I recently made a 33 Chen offlane replay, so I have a lot of great content coming out. There's even more, literally I've recorded even more stuff, maybe even some secrets of top 50 players coming up in the gameleap website as well. So a lot of great stuff. Everyone who I've been talking to about the website has been enjoying it. So yeah, click the link down below and hopefully I'll see you guys there. Now before we hop into the actual commentary, I just want to quickly look at the draft and mention when Phoenix is actually picked and the heroes that were picked with it. So first off, the Phoenix was picked first, basically meaning that OG, at least in this current meta, thinks the hero is good enough or that they can draft around it good enough to be picking it first. On top of that, it's very important that you have frontliners when playing Phoenix. There's a couple of things that you actually need to look for. Number one is frontliners, number two is stuns. You're going to notice that OG picked 3 AoE stuns, or well, I guess Beastmaster's Roar isn't really an AoE stun, but I guess you could argue that it pushes people away from the egg, which is extremely valuable. And overall, what you want to do is look also for a hero that can lane very effectively with you and frontline, as Phoenix is generally squishy. It's a slightly low armor hero, its HP pool is decent, but it does lose a lot of HP from using its spells, so basically you want a hero like Beastmaster, or Tidehunter, or Tusk, or Spiritbreaker, or Clockwork, right? Stuns, tanky. Alright, so right off the bat here, I want to look at the first usage of his Fire Spirits. And what you need to understand about Phoenix is that basically no hero in Dota can trade 1v1 if you kite out on Phoenix. Right, so if you're attack moving backwards and someone tries to run at you, they're basically going to lose the trade every single time, as Fire Spirits reduce attack speed by 80. Yes, 80. Legitimately 80. That's pretty insane, right? Yes, it is. And that's the thing here. He's going to be able to run at the troll, and the troll understands, hey, I can't trade. Immediately DP goes for some auto attacks, and auto attacks are the main way, or looking for spell animations, are the main way to land Fire Spirits. And that's what he does here. He sees the auto attack and spell coming out from the DP, immediately goes for the Fire Spirit to prevent her from auto attacking him. On top of that, I want to mention that he started the lane with a buckler as he continues to Fire Spirit them, and this is very important because as you can see, Phoenix starts the lane with only 1 armor, so if you don't have a buckler and you don't have a headdress, which I believe the Beastmaster will be buying later on, you're going to actually struggle to sustain your lane and stay alive. Also on top of that, he does actually buy tangos right away as well, so he really understands that if he doesn't buy this extra regen and these tanky items, his lane is going to go to garbage. So really keep this in mind if you plan on playing Phoenix, as every single time you use Fire Spirits, you lose 20% of your health. Upcoming here, we're going to see another good rally of spells coming out from SAKSA. So as the troll steps up for the creep wave, he's in a situation where he's completely separated from his support, as well as a creep wave to protect him. And SAKSA sees this as a big opportunity, and you should too. Basically, what he does now is he takes out the Fire Spirit and only casts them when they are running out, right? You're trying to get maximum duration on each and every single one. On top of that, he's going to continue to use them to try to make the troll miss last hits. And this is the secondary usage for them. It's good for trading and good for griefing people's last hits. As you're going to see here, troll wants to range creep, he's going to throw up a Fire Spirit and forces the troll to use some mana. Now, once you hit level 3, it's very important to understand that Fire Spirits is literally insane. This spell is incredible. Once you hit level 3, it goes from 15 damage to 35. In fact, before the nerfs, it went from 20 to 40. And really the important thing to note is that this is more than double. Like legitimately, Fire Spirits more than doubles in damage, as well as it goes down in cooldown and goes up in attack speed slow. So essentially, once you hit level 3, you want to use Fire Spirits as much as you can to harass people, because this spell becomes broken. Nah, I'm serious. It actually is like sort of broken at level 3. It's one of the hardest spells to trade into in Dota, as it does what, like, I'm gonna try to do the math, guys. Was that like 140 damage? So it's 140 damage per spirit. So if you use them properly, it's like, what, 500 and... I'm gonna stop trying. This is too much math for one video, but it's a lot of damage, as you can see, if you line them up properly. And now just basically what you're trying to do is land them whenever possible. You're gonna use your teammates, you know, whenever they're getting gone on to hit people with spirits. You're gonna use people trying to man up on you. Basically any opportunity where people are gonna run in a straight line or are auto attacking, you're gonna use fire spirits to harass them. And if you do not spam fire spirits, you will be completely useless in the lane and should uninstall Dota. The next thing I want to mention about Phoenix is that you are one of the best counter gankers in Dota. However, do not, to the best of your ability, rotate for kills. Like, do not TP top from bottom, do not TP mid to save someone at the 2-minute mark. You need XP on Phoenix. However, once the game gets past like the 7-8 minute mark and it starts to get into the mid game where heroes like your mid Lycan or mid SF are going to start to farm, then it is a really good idea to start to look to save people in the mid lane. And that's what we're going to see here. Sumail is getting gone on, and Phoenix is actually really good at counter ganking mid as he slows attack speed, and most importantly has no problem chasing people down, as obviously you have Icarus dive to close the gap, as well as the fact that it slows people by 22% at level 2. And so obviously with that great rotation, he's now almost close to level 6, and this is what I want you guys to do if you're playing Phoenix, and I say this for a lot of supports, but I really think it's an important metric that almost no one follows. And basically what it is if you were trying to get good at supporting, keep track of your level 6 timing. Try to make it better and better every game. Now I hear a lot of people saying right now, well, speed, doesn't that mean I'm sapping a lot of XP? Yeah, often it does, and I do recommend only doing this on heroes where your level 6 spike really matters. Examples of this are Rubik, Ancient Apparition, and Phoenix. You know, they all really need their 6 to have a lot of impact, or they hit a major spike at level 6. Also, cool little thing to do, just keep this in mind guys if you're playing Phoenix, is that you can farm the small camp very effectively. Once you have level 3 spirits or even level 2 and there's absolutely nothing to do, or your spirits are running out, you can farm a small camp, and that's what we see SAKSA do here. And this is important because not only does he get an Ironwood tree, he's also able to get a little bit more levels, as I said, is the main core aspect of playing Phoenix properly. You have to be greedy on this hero, as it requires an early level 12 to generally function at least properly in team fights. Alright, next up here we're going to see another dive that he actually TPs to, so he gets into the fight. First things first, you do not want to instantly egg. It's really important that you try to cast your other spells first when playing Phoenix, otherwise you're going to miss out on a lot of damage. So first off, he lines up 2 little spirits onto the first 2 heroes, gets silenced, so obviously he's going to kite out, but he has raindrops of 1 and a fairy fire, so he's pretty tanky. After letting a few more spirits onto basically everyone, he eggs, and now the enemy team is in a really bad spot. On top of the fact that eggs resets all of your cooldowns, right? A lot of people actually don't know this. When the egg pops, you get all your cooldowns again. And I'm coming here, baby. It's my favorite part of the game. This is legit. Oh, I love it. I love this. But no joke. So he gets an open lane, and this is what you want as Phoenix. You really want to take the open lane almost more than any other hero. So when he gets the open lane, there was no wave to farm yet, right? They were still meeting up. So what he does is he actually farms the small camp and the large camp as Sumail DCs. But as we enter back into the game, you're going to notice that he's just straight up farming, and this is definitely one of those heroes where you want to look for farm whenever you possibly can. Your hero does very well with items, as your Ags is absolutely insane. If you can get Veil, it's great in certain games. You can go Shivas, you can go Radiance. There's actually quite a lot of options on this hero that are very strong. I've even seen Vessels, I've seen Pipes. There's a lot of great items, but in this game, he's going to be going the Pipe, as the enemy team doesn't have too many proper egg hitters. They do have the Troll, but overall, I think there's definitely plenty of ways for OG to control the Troll. And yeah, I really wasn't kidding, guys, about this AK farm part. It's not that you have to do it all game. In total, he takes 2 waves and about 3 jungle camps. After that, he's going to TP mid the smoke. And this is the main thing when I'm trying to tell you guys to farm. I'm not saying you have to do it all game, but you really do want to find that extra wave or 2 or that extra jungle camp or 2. Because that, honestly, in my opinion, is like a 500 MMR difference. Between, like, legitimately, that 500 MMR is the difference between SAKSA and someone 500 MMR below him. Or, let's say from getting from 3k to 3.5k. These are the main differences, every single little efficiency you can find. Alright, next up we're going to see a bit of a bizarre fight execution coming out from SAKSA, but I would like to analyze it nonetheless to really see what he does. So he hits a few good fire spirits onto the Tidehunter and the Bristleback, and now he's egging, understanding that no one can actually kill the egg. And I really think the main reason why they did this is I think he expected them to get controlled underneath the Phoenix egg. There's a Beastmaster here, a Lycan with summons, and obviously a Monkey King as well, so he expected them to be controlled within the egg damage, and that ended up being fairly true, as the Tidehunter gets gone on, gets popped by the egg, and you know, it's just a pretty secured fight at that point. That's generally the main thing I want to say about egg. Don't look to cast it perfectly, just get it out on the outside, you know, take as many people as possible, but your main goal should be to cast your fire spirits, hit as many people as possible, and then get your egg out without dying. Now, just because I know people will get confused about Sunray, I'm going to give a quick just description or display of how to use Sunray. So, he's level 2 right now. This isn't actually a team fight or anything, but basically he wants to go down the hill. And when you cast Sunray, you get a couple of different options for the spell, right? So he's about to cast it here, uses it, and now you have the option to stop the Sunray or toggle movement. And basically, you want to make sure that you have hotkeys set for both of these, or at least you know the hotkeys that are set for both of them. And then if you stop the Sunray, believe it or not, it stops the Sunray. And then the other option is to toggle movement, which will make you go forward with the Sunray, right? So you will only go forward. You cannot go backwards. You can't be like some plane that flies backwards. I don't know. Just the idea of Phoenix flying backwards is pretty funny to me, man. No, you can't fly backwards, but it does let you fly over cliffs. You can even go up like out of the map essentially to keep yourself alive. You can even move and TP at the same time while sunraying. So there's quite a lot of options that you guys can test out, and it's a very flexible spell that can even be good for positioning. Also, just to make sure you guys fully understand how this spell works, it basically per second takes away your HP, so do be a little bit careful about killing yourself. But most importantly, it does damage per second, and it does maxed damage per second. So it does damage based on the percentage of their health. And what this is important for is killing high HP heroes. So it generally counters heroes like Bristle and Tidehunter and heroes like a Lycan and a Beastmaster. Basically, high HP heroes die to Sunray. And it also heals in the same way. It's a max heal as well as a heal per second. Alright, upcoming here, I just want to look at a quick little skirmish to make sure you guys can really see the main positioning and, you know, really see what's going on through SAKSA's head as he's playing Phoenix. So he has some illusions, as you can see, and is waiting for his fire spirits to come up. You can see he's very much staying on the outside of the fight. You don't want to get caught in the middle, get hit by a Ravage or some DP silence, so you want to stay really far out. Waits for the fire spirits to come out, instantly summons them. You're going to use the fire spirits on anyone you possibly target, and then, because the troll is running at him, he does not want to get chain rooted by the troll and instantly get his egg killed. So what he does is instantly flies away as far as possible. And yes, you can cancel the dive, so he cancels it towards the edge. And this puts him in a really good spot not to only use Sunray, but also to use the egg. Now I quickly want to give you guys a good little timestamp for you to basically go for if you're playing Phoenix. Now SAKSA gets his Ags around minute 25, and if you end up going the exact item build you see on the screen here, I recommend you try to get that as well. Alright, now let's get into the first fight with the Aghanim Scepter, because this is something that I see people mess up all of the time. So, right, fight's breaking out, goes on the Bristleback to slow him with the Q, hits him with the Fire Spirit. You can use Fire Spirits while flying, guys, keep that in mind, so the slow can really help you line up those Fire Spirits as well as get in range. And then, instantly as he ends it, he goes for the Sunray, and this Sunray is going to do max HP damage, which is quite significant to a hero like Bristle. Now, of course, Bristle is quite tanky, right? Very, very tanky, actually. He's still able to do a pretty large number. On top of that, now he's not going to panic with the egg and instantly uses it. Now, when you have the Aghanim Scepter, not only does it make your egg take more attacks to destroy, it also, most importantly in my opinion, allows you to use Sunray during the egg, and that's what we see here. He eggs here, doing all the egg damage as well as healing, right? This Monkey King that's getting gone on by the troll, right? Huge, absolutely huge heals, and keeps his Monkey King alive. That's how impactful this spell really is, because now the Bristle gets gone on, Monkey King's still alive, just taking absolutely everything, and that mostly comes down to the fact that the egg Sunray coming out from the Aghanim Scepter is pretty damn broken if you get it fully off. And yeah, just the really cool part about this spell is that you can heal people whenever you want, and it really is a generally low cooldown. Sunray is only a 26-second cooldown, which is honestly not that long. Yeah, and this is sort of where the game ends. Once he hits this Aghanim Scepter timing, it was just a free team fight for the amount of damage and heals that he put out overall. And now to end everything off, we're going to see the power of the Sunray able to heal up his team, and this is really the main reason why I like Phoenix in solo queue. Not only can he basically solo carry team fights if you play them properly, but also if your team is going high ground like Psychopaths and are all low HP, you can essentially heal them to full. It is incredible how much heal you actually do on Phoenix. It was almost a full heal on all of his teammates. And that's going to be about all for this video as you see him roasting this troll. Like, no joke, just with him and Jakiro doing damage together, he just shreds this troll. On top of it, if the troll ends up getting even close to killing the Jakiro, you can use the Aghanim Scepter to put a teammate in the egg with you, and it also heals them to complete full. And really, this is just the insane thing about this Phoenix Axe. The option that it gives you is incredible. Also, he's going to Shiva's next. Doesn't end up getting to it this game, but Shiva's is a great item that basically prevents people from killing your A. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this Phoenix guide. Hopefully you learned quite a bit about this hero. You know how to lane now properly. Hopefully you know how to teamfight as well. The general idea is to cast all your spells. You're gonna have to practice the fire spirits, guys. That just takes a lot of intuition and practice, but get your Sunray off. Keep yourself alive, away from the fight, stay on the outside, and you should be able to deal probably the most damage you could on any support. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. And hey guys, remember, before you end this video, in the link down below, I've been playing a lot of live games where I talk about my thoughts in real time in the middle of a Dota match. So if you want to get in the head of a pro player, click the link down below to the gameleap website. Super cheap right now, right? And I'm doing this a ton. We all have time on our hands. I have time to make content. You guys probably have time to enjoy and learn Dota, get better at the game. So yeah, if that combo works for you, click the link down below and I'll see you there.